Hey everybody, today I'm going to go through some scenes from this music video I just shot, and hopefully I'll answer some questions that I've seen and yeah, just break down some of the shots that we got. The first scene that I want to break down is a car interior scene. Initially I was pretty concerned with getting this look because I wasn't sure how to make the car look like it was driving while we weren't driving the car and while we were just still. I knew we'd have to kind of have everything blacked out, and I knew we'd have to probably have some sort of a lighting gag to make the street lights look like they were moving. Instead of shooting it inside somewhere and trying to block out all the windows, we just shot it at night, which that instantly helped everything. Riley, by the way, is our actor here, and he is an amazing person. On the window behind his head here, that really helped separate him, so we didn't actually put that there. But we did need something to lift the inside of the car. A friend of mine, Gates, runs a lovely company called Motion 24. You should check it out. I'll put their link in the description below. But he rented me these 2-foot tubes that you can't get anymore, and they're perfect for these scenes because I put one tube on a greenish kind of fluorescent color, shined it through the top of that sunroof, and it just made the whole car glow before the color grade. Looked something like this. And then I had a 300X, I believe, from Nanlite that was shining into the window from the side. He was able to dial that light up and down and keep it in between 30 and 100. Because once he got to 0, it would completely cut out. So we didn't want that. He's always in the light. And when you're watching the video, you don't really think about it too much. Zoom in, and we got party scene. So for the party scene, it took a lot of effort to get lit. There's just a lot of texture going on, which really helped. For the blue light, I put a light mat onto the roof. We just mounted it with a C-stand arm positioned and tilted depending on the shot. So for a shot like this, it'd be aimed as much to them as possible. We had everyone stand in here just outside of the light. But if you didn't have them here, it'd probably be a little flat. But they're moving, they're having fun. This back window here, we had to kind of wait for the sun to go down. There's an old tungsten light that a friend of mine gave me, shout out to Peaches. I didn't think it worked until my brother was using it as his desk lamp. We shined it through this window. We were originally thinking about maybe blacking this out, but I loved what we ended up getting with this because it created a perfect edge light on our lead singer here, Ethan. John over here in the back, I put a tube back here behind the drum set just to kind of separate him out from the background. For these shots, I was on the slider, grouped some people together and put some people in front of the camera too as foreground. Walks up to the light, walks right under it, sees some stuff. That's pretty terrifying. This is one of my favorite shots just because it kind of just naturally worked. We still had that light coming in from the side, where if he was maybe just all blue, it wouldn't have looked as good. Next scene is the shed scene. It needed to look dark, it needed to look like nighttime, but we still needed to see stuff. Putting a 600 with a lantern right off frame here behind the house. Really bright moonlight, soft moon. I've done it on a bunch of videos, but I love using that. It's kind of naturally being cut by the side of the house and creating the shadow across the frame. For most of these shots, I'm kind of cranking my ISO up to like 1600, and on the C70 that's kind of dangerous, but we're going for that film grain vibe, so I figured it would look okay. All we had in the shed was a green tube, and it's just giving him this perfect outline here. But we also had the smoke machine in there. when you'd close the doors and let it go for a minute or two.
Oh goodness. Well, I'm gonna die.
You'd open it up, and at first we had too much. We had to wait and let it air out.
P.U. Woo! Get that out of there. Whew.
The light is just above him out of frame. The biggest part of this shot is eventually he finds a gun. And if you go frame by frame, you can really see what we did here, but a lot of people, including my grandpa, thought this was real. But it's not. We didn't actually shoot anybody, I promise. I had John shine a light onto him from the side. It was just, I'll show a video of it, 300 bouncing into the wall. And it helps blend the fake gunshot if I have a real light there, because it would be freaking bright. For the muzzle flash, it happens over 2 frames, which isn't super realistic. Usually it would just be 1 frame. Smoke added the flash. We knew we wanted the dummy to fly back from the gunshot and just keeping it locked off on the dolly. That way we could film a couple different plates, tied these straps around his waist. We had a plate of Ethan standing there in the costume. Flash. A plate of Riley holding the dummy roughly in the same place Ethan was standing. And then we pulled the dummy all in one shot. And then a plate with the light going off as well with nothing there. And that gave us the elements that we need to kind of mask this all together, because it's pretty simple. It's just a couple masks. It's only him for a couple frames, and it switches over to the dummy after the light happens, and I've just put in a flash here. And it's actually a ground hit essential from Action VFX. We got really lucky with the dummy pool. We got it on the 3rd try. I'll show you a couple bloopers right now. Clip of Riley looking down. There's our dummy.
He has a message for us. Oh, he put the light on a tree. We're getting there. We're getting there to getting this 3 a.m. shot.
4 almost. What time is it?
It's 2:57.
Anyway, I hope that answers some questions. Honestly, this is just kind of for me to like think back to what I did, but I hope that if anyone else is into lighting or into movie making at all, this is how you can kind of get some of this stuff. I want to do more of these. Not that great at talking to the camera right now, but I want to start documenting some of these memories and some of these projects. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Bro, it's so hard to pull out. We might have to like...
Pull hard.
I don't want to hurt us.
Dude, just rip it.
Seriously?
Yeah, let's try.